Distinguished residences with a modern perspective. From modest revisions to ground-up constructions and complete renovations, these distinct houses are all at once elegant and relaxed, and offer inspiration and ideas to decorators and homeowners looking for elegant design inspiration. Hi, and welcome to Smart Architecture Channel. Before we begin, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for future episodes if you haven't done so yet. And, as always, glad to have supporters. Let's visit Pam and Paul's house, designed by Craig Steely Architecture. The house floats in the canopy of a deep oak grove in the foothills of the Santa Cruz Mountains just west of Silicon Valley. The conceptual idea was to build a glass box in the leaves of the trees on two trunk-like columns, disrupting as few oaks as possible. The dense tree canopy offers the opportunity to build a complete glass-walled house protected from the sun, yet filled with sunlight. A bridge of steel grating connects grade to the rooftop of native grasses. An observation deck sits in the grass field along with a mirror glass. Sunlight funnels down through the foyer into the living level. The main living area is aligned with the tree canopy, while bedrooms, bathrooms, service, and storage are located behind a long wall of cabinetry along the hillside. Distinct spaces include the living room, the office, and the kitchen are in the open plan by sinking them into the concrete floor. In the ceiling, flush-mounted LED strips to imply these zones. Strong geometric lines of light are clearly visible from the outside, looking up through the leaves. The house sits at the boundary between suburb and wilderness and straddles the two like it sits on the site. The expanse of glass feels permeable and disappears only to leave nature as it always has been in the grove. The second house today is West Los Angeles residence, designed by Clive Wilkinson Architects. The hillside location of the house provides a vertical spatial separation, granting each floor to be employed for a different purpose. The ground floor includes the three children's bedrooms and a studio. The middle floor holds the master bedroom and a guest bedroom. And the top floor is the large open space that brings the family and guests together. The living floor is open on its south side and expressed as a large beamed space formed entirely in wood. Kitchen, dining, and living are oriented to the south view. At the rear is the enclosed library with black steel shelving. The exterior of this top floor volume is clad in black zinc panels, emphasizing its role as the crow's nest or observatory of the house. With rough enclosing walls of sandblasted concrete wrapping the first two floors, the house nestles into the hill and thermally insulated. Lighting was a vital design element. The LED system allows control of every fixture, offering a planned daily rhythm program that sees the house gradually responding to bright, cool sunlight during the day and warm candlelight coloration at night. These gradient changes make for highly responsive mood environments that both energize and relax the occupants. Several eco-friendly solutions were realized in this project, from water retention system that stores stormwater in rain barrels and a large water retention basin to natural cross ventilation and a highly insulated building shell that rarely needs heating or cooling. Next, we're visiting the frame house designed by Mork-Ulnes architects. A concrete framework establishes the structure and pulse of the frame house, a residence in the Sonoma countryside. Rooted on a hillside above a forested canyon and vineyards, this structural grid maximizes the connection between the inside and out, allowing for natural sunlight and direct access to the outside from every room, creating comfort and bringing the nature inside. The loggia, which wraps three sides of the house's perimeter, shades living spaces and provides access to horizon views from the second-level decks. The materials of the house are organic and rustic in their appearance and tactility, while providing resilience against the threat of the wildfires. To protect the new home, concrete shear walls are clad in a sacrificial layer of graying wood siding between the columns, which also organizes the interior spaces. This rigorous concrete framework creates a perch from which to take in the vistas of the property and beyond. The house has a relationship to the surrounding landscape, connecting the interior in every room to the Californian climate. On the inside, the home is organized around a double-height space over the kitchen that connects the two levels and is highlighted by a floating catwalk leading to the two-bedroom wings upstairs. Sheer walls, concrete columns, soffits, and metal-clad windows are softened by the addition of wood-clad panels, which are added as a superficial and sacrificial layer. The last house in this episode is the Bridgeview House, designed by Kendle Design Collaborative. This site for the house posed unique features and challenges, including a natural desert wash with an abrupt edge and a significant fall in elevation, a corner lot condition which imposed larger setbacks. The client's aim was to design a family home with mountain and valley views similar to that of a hillside location, but on a lot with minimal elevation. The response organizes the home in two levels, with main living spaces and master suite located on the second level, affording spectacular mountain, valley, and city views, while bridging across a lower level composed of children's and guest suites, along with indoor and outdoor activity areas. The entry hall acts as a social and special connector between formal and informal living spaces, while reducing the perceived separation between levels. In contrast to the cool gray material palette, burnished block, and steel, book-matched walnut veneer is used, adding home aura and warmth. Thanks for the visit. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell for future episodes if you haven't done so yet. Stay tuned.